The Joe Rogan Experience.
Go shows. You got more notes?
I do. I just want to finish that thing about MMA.
I want to ask you about Little Tay.
Yeah. About little what? Who is it?
I did that for Jamie. Little Tay's a 9-year-old shit talker who flashes money and talks about her Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Ferraris.
9 years old?
9 years old. It's fake. You know, her parents talk her into it.
Sorry. But anyway, MMA for me is a Music Modernization Act.
Oh.
Okay. So about 5-6 years ago, Dina LaPolt and I just started looking at that, and she's a beautiful, blonde lawyer woman, great woman, very smart, very intelligent, speaks over here at Brandeis or somewhere. She's my lawyer, was my manager for the longest time, but she and I decided to go to Washington and start flashing this shit around, saying, you know, what's fair and what's not. Why are musicians not getting paid?
Right.
So I just thought, MMA, it's the same thing.
Music Modernization
So
Act.
I won't forget this. I sometimes forget it because my,
But that you can't forget.
So to attain fair market value royalty rates and treatment for music creators in the digital era. The digital era right now is where they can play my music because it's digital over air,
Right.
Spotify, and I don't get paid. The artist, fuck me. I got enough money. I'm the happiest guy on the planet.
You came along when
I got
there was
beautiful
real
kids.
money.
I go to sleep fucking with a smile on my face. I get to do Joe fucking Rogan.
Well,
I'm happy.
You just recognize
I'm in a
injustice.
band named Aerosmith with Joe Perry. I'm happy as can be.
Right.
But I look at these poor fucks that don't. You got to hear this.
Well, today too, they have to give up merchandise. They have to give up a piece of their concert sales.
Oh.
They have to give up everything.
Well, yeah,
Right?
that's what's going on.
Because there's no more money in actual record sales.
It's called a 24/7 or some kind of bullshit
It's
like
some
that.
crazy thing where they have a piece of everything you do.
Because managers see it and they want your money.
Right. Well, they also realize that their avenue of revenue is gone. So then they locked on to merchandise. They locked on to ticket sales, which used to be all yours, right?
Yep.
Like when you used to do concerts back in the day, you used to get paid for your record. Even if you got fucked over, you got some money from the record, but then you would get all the money for the concerts, right?
But well, not unless we were own managers. 90-10 means we take 90% out, 10% of the gig goes to there. So you make $800,000
the
a
record
night.
company gets it.
Oh God.
That's different, right? Isn't that a different thing?
Well, the record company gets publishing, with all these digital outlets.
Of course.
And then the record company decides to give whatever's left to the artist, which is usually little to nothing. Smokey fucking Robinson, my dear friend. I go up to this guy and I go, I don't like you, but I love you. That guy.
Right.
All these songs.
Phenomenal.
This fucking guy went to the digitals, said, you owe me $250,000 with proof. They offered him for his music being played over the last 5 years.
Why do they owe him that?
Because he was getting nothing back. Nothing was coming to him.
Okay.
He's going, shit, the coffers are empty. It says, what the fuck?
Right.
I'm Smokey Robinson.
Right.
I hear his music's covered by thousands of people. The guy knew legally $250,000 was owed to him.
Okay.
Okay? He was offered $12,000 and he was said, if you don't like it, sue us. Now, Smokey, you don't have that kind of money. So what we've done
How crazy is it that Smokey Robinson doesn't have that kind of money?
So
you would think that Smokey
yeah.
Robinson should be just wealthy like a king.
And this is not to say he's not. If he had no money at all, he's one of the happiest guys and his wife is the sweetest. And maybe he's attained something that you and I don't recognize yet, or the mass media. But he's got something. He's rich. But when it comes to him getting paid actually for his songs, that's really fucked up.
So what did he do? What did he decide to do?
I don't know. I don't know where it's going. I got to talk to him. But David Israelite, the president and CEO of the National Music Publishers Association, and Dina, we went to Washington. Imagine this beautiful blonde and this fucking guy. Now we're in Washington, and me, saying, "What's up with this? This money is going right out the window and not to the artist. These new artists are getting nothing." So we decided to do something. For the first time, songwriters will have representatives overseeing administration of mechanical licenses and administration. So someone's now at least, not only can he complain, but there's someone watching that goes, no. You do, in fact, legally owe him $250,000. Smokey, come here. Sit down. And for the first time. So this is something we're trying to get past in the next, don't you think?
Yeah.
It should be that?
No, I do think. That's the reason why we're not on that. We're not on Spotify, and the reason why we're not on it is because it didn't make any sense. They were like, we want to put you on. It's going to be great for you. I'm like, how's it great?
Yeah.
You guys are going to make money. Like, you guys are making money. You don't give us any. That whole streaming thing is this weird smoke and mirrors song and dance they put on. You're going to be a part of something big. You're like, but what are you selling? All you sell is artists' work. You don't have anything to sell.
Yep. And I say
and
to
then
them,
the artists get paid so little.
So little.
So where's the money going? Because there's all these
in their fucking pockets.
They're public companies and they're traded and they're worth millions and billions. Like, where's all that money? Where's it going? What's generating it?
And you need to say to them, what if I'm bigger than you are, motherfucker?
Motherfucker.
Wow.
From 1909.
1909?
This
What are you saying?
the
What
laws
happened?
were written.
Oh,
Check this out. In
she's got you
1909,
on track. I
and
like it.
not paid attention to.
Okay.
Till fucking yesterday.
Yesterday.
I mean, you know, five years
Recently.
ago. So we're trying to get this shit
Music
going.
Modernization Act gains momentum in the Senate. Oh, Smokey Robinson. Powerful. Yesterday. Jesus Christ, Jamie, you're on the ball. Wow. So this is it right here.
I mean, you know, it's just.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's been some fuckery. There's been some legal fuckery. And, it continues.
He created magic. Mm-hmm. This guy, I said to him, what do you mean I don't like you, but I love you? Seems that I'm always thinking of you. I said, where the fuck did you come up with that line? Like I've said to Paul, what was this, He says, well, I was sent to New York to do some kind of publishing thing with lawyers. And I was sitting in a hotel in New York right before I went in, and I thought I wrote those lyrics. Somehow, him being a young black man with songs 50 years ago in New York with lawyers, probably white, not just saying, he was put in a situation where he had the magic. He had the magic. He wrote in a paper, I don't like you, but I love you. Seems maybe the hate that he had for what was about to happen created the opposite. I don't know, but that's what he told me. He said, I was down there and waiting to meet my lawyers, and I said, that?
Let me ask you this.
Because you never know.
When Napster came along.
I fucking hated that prick.
Yeah.
He stole they started stealing our songs. Yeah, great.
Right.
Take all the albums we've ever done, take all the albums Nuno Betancourt, take all the albums that fucking, the Rolling Stones ever did, put them in a box over there. Now all my friends can have access to that box.
Right.
No one knows about
Anybody can do it. It's peer-to-peer. Everyone's sharing songs.
And I'm sure people are listening to me now and saying, what a prick. He's fucking rich old fuck.
Right.
But what's happened is it's become the norm.
Well, what's
what
become
scares
the
me.
norm is that people recognize that you can't do that with movies, right? They recognize that if you're stealing movies, it's illegal. Like if you get caught with a BitTorrent account, you got a bunch of movies on there and you're letting people download them, you can get prosecuted.
Yeah. Let me ask you, why so much for that and not for somebody's songs?
Well, there is a thing with songs too, but it's just not as common. Right, Jamie? Is that the case? People have been sued for having tons of songs, right? Haven't they?
Yeah, but I think for sure the movie industry has gone after that
Yes.
way
They
more.
go
The
after
movie
you
industry has gone
immediately
after
if you're dubbing their movie.
Yeah. It's just songs, for whatever reason, after Napster became something that people think that you should just be able to get for free.
Yeah. And
then
you know
you
what? A
get
piece
like
of
Apple
me understands
Music and Spotify and what's the other one? Spotify. What's the other? There's another one.
Say Tidal's getting in trouble right now.
Who is?
Tidal, the company that Jay-Z owns with a few other
They get in trouble
artists,
for streaming too?
faking
Yeah.
streams and not paying people and all that
I mean,
stuff.
it's
course.
just,
Yeah.
think about
It's
some new band.
fuckery.
My daughter, Chelsea, she's in a band with John Foster, her husband. They put something out, and it's fucking ridiculously great. Where's the money go?
Well, this is what I'm saying to you. When Napster came along and then things changed, do you think that's when the music business really got crazy? That's when they really say, look, we got to start, we're not getting money from record sales anymore. We're in the record business. They can do this shit digitally. We got to get a piece of that concert sales. We got to get a piece of those tickets. We got to get the merch. We got to get everything. We got to solidify. We got to still make it a big deal. And
The
then
pricks and the
stream it.
money, the pricks and the money grabbers from artists just rethunked it.
Yeah, streaming, through
They
streaming.
rethunked it.
And streaming seems like a more hostile version of it.
But
where
let
it's
me ask you,
less
who do you think
beneficial
gets
to
the money
artist.
at the end of the day?
Somebody,
You
executives.
bet your ass. It
They're the
goes
only
somewhere.
ones.
When I watch this movie called Vinyl, you see that?
No, I haven't seen
it's
that.
a documentary on whatever.
It's on
and,
HBO.
when it was out for a bit, Mick Jagger and Martin Scorsese. They did a pretty good job. They just got too into the character's brain going fucking crazy.
Right.
And not enough of what was really going on. It was the New York
fuckery.
Dolls.
Right.
Mick Jagger's son was called the squeaky parts or the nasty parts. And it showed the managers snort and blow and thinking how they can fucking take this and that. It was so easy. All the money was coming into them. They were making deals where the nasty parts weren't even signed to the label.
But you hear
They
that.
were signed to the manager, and the manager had a secret deal with Sony.
But you hear that about boxers having shitty,
Fucking everybody.
creepy managers. You hear it about musicians, comedians, everything. It's like
I hope there's kids out there right now listening to this that want to become lawyers and say, it should be the wild, wild west with these guys. It should be a new type of lawyer.